Hello everyone, I'm Amir and you're watching the Sunny Amir channel. Today I'm going to one of the most peaceful and beautiful places in Krasnodar, Japanese garden in Krasnodar Park. It's a place where nature, architecture and silence come together in harmony. Here you can see traditional Japanese style buildings, bridges, stones, water and carefully shaped trees. Everything here feels calm and balanced. Let's take a slow walk together, enjoy the atmosphere, and discover this special place. So, let's go! Now we're entering the Japanese garden. This is the Karaman Gate. Historically, Karaman gates were used for ceremonial entrances of high-ranking officials into the emperor's castle and for welcoming the emperor at shogunate residence. They were also an important architectural element in Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines. This is a traditional Japanese dry landscape garden called Kare-sansui, also known as a rock garden. It's a classic style of Japanese landscape design. The garden is built around four main elements: large stones, gravel, plants, and architectural features. The wavy lines drawn in the gravel symbolize flowing water, while the large stones represent islands and mountains. There is something special about silence in places like this. It doesn't feel empty, it feels full. Full of light, soft wind, the quiet sound of water, the gentle movement of leaves. In our daily lives, everything moves so fast. We hurry, we plan, we think about the next step. But here nothing is rushing. The stones stay still, the water flows at its own pace. The trees grow quietly without trying to prove anything. Maybe that's the lesson of this garden. You don't have to rush to grow. You don't have to be loud to be strong. Everything here is balanced. Water and stone, shadow and sunlight, movement and stillness. And when you walk slowly, you begin to feel that balance inside yourself. Sometimes we look for peace somewhere far away, but maybe peace is not a place. Maybe it's a way of moving through the world, gently, calmly, with attention. This is a traditional Japanese house called kominka, a wooden building used to welcome important guests built in the traditional Japanese Minka architectural style. Traditionally, a kominka house had a spacious main room where respected guests were received. To make the guests feel especially honored, a seasonal painted scroll was hung in a decorative alcove called a tokonoma. A flower arrangement known as ikebana was placed there. In these sticks were lit and refined examples of traditional ceramic crafts were displayed. In the Japanese garden of Krasnodar Park, this folk house serves as an exhibition hall where visitors can see cultural and historical artifacts, Which exposition do you like more? Let me know in the comments. The view from the window is amazing. I really like this vase, it's very beautiful. Traditional houses like the Kominkas show how architecture and nature come together in Japanese culture. This is a no-drama theater, one of the three main forms of classical dance drama in Japan. No theater originated during the Chusei period of the Kamakura era. Performance combined music, the unique action of performers wearing masks and traditional costumes. The building itself is designed in a traditional Japanese style with artistic decorative elements. On the back wall of the stage, a painted pine tree or kagami-ite symbolizes the human life cycle and the eternal pursuit of happiness. The sound of the water is real today. This is a pond with the Yatsuhashi Bridge. The bridge's complex zigzag shape symbolizes a challenging path to understanding truth. Its form is unusual, featuring a curved line with 7 angles. In Japan, a bridge like this is associated with a journey of life full of obstacles that can be overcome. Do you see the crayfish in the pond? Do you see that squirrel in the distance? This view is absolutely stunning. There are so many squirrels here. Look, it's the first flower of the season. This is the Tahote Pagoda. In Japanese Buddhism architecture, Tahote Pagoda serves as a repository for sacred relics. The tower consists of a square lower tier representing the element of earth and a circular upper tier symbolizing the element of water. Its roof is a four-sided pyramid topped with a vertical finial called a sorin, which represents the sun. The combination of circular and square shapes symbolizes the union of heaven and earth. These flowers are crocuses. This beautiful flower is a camellia. This pagoda is very impressive. Wow, this view is amazing! This is the Ataki waterfall. The water falls from a height of 7 meters. The stream flows down and cascades along the walking paths and eventually flows into the mirror pond, Kagami Ike. In front of the waterfall there is a traditional red Japanese bridge that leads to the Tahote Pagoda. The name Otaki Waterfall in the Japanese garden of Krasnodar Park echoes the name of Akio Otaki Waterfall, which is considered one of the 3 most powerful and beautiful waterfalls in Japan. Look at these trees, its branches are so unusual. It looks like coral. What does it remind you of? Let me know in the comments. This is real bamboo. This is the Galitsky Lake, featuring picturesque water streams that connect its upper and lower levels. According to the design, the two-level lake was formed when part of the rock above it collapsed. Its base had been eroded by underground water. The collapse of the rock, according to the principles of Japanese garden architecture, created the two-level lake below the slope. The upper level rests on fragments of the rocky foundation. This is the Azumaya Pavilion. An Azumaya is a traditional Japanese gazebo or Osama pavilion as an essential element of Japanese gardens. Traditionally, these pavilions were built on hills or along the edges of ponds. This is the Kakuzakuri no Mido Temple. The temple is a symbol of spiritual resilience. It is built in the traditional Japanese kakuzakuri architectural style, characterized by supports and pillars that hold the building on cliffs and mountain slopes. It is believed that gods reside on secret mountains, and temples like this were constructed for worship and pilgrimage. This is some information about this temple. This is a map of the Japanese garden. This is the view of the Kakuzukuri no Mido temple from below. The Japanese garden in Krasnodar Park, also known as Galitsky Park, is the largest Japanese garden outside Japan, covering an area of 7.5 hectares. It features more than 26 swim zones, 3.5 kilometers of walking path, around 6,700 trees, and nearly 280,000 flowers. In Krasnodar, where the bright sun meets cultural diversity, there is a hidden oasis, the Japanese garden in Galitsky Park. This peaceful place, created in a traditional Japanese style, has become one of the city's main attractions. Elegant bridges, stone compositions, mirror-like ponds, and miniature bonsai trees create a space where every element reflects the idea of harmony between people and nature. When visitors come here, they immerse themselves in the atmosphere of Eastern philosophy and, for a while, forget about the noise and rush of the city. Japanese gardens are a place to pause, breathe, and reflect. The gentle flow of water, the delicate leaves, and the quiet paths invite you to slow down. Here you are reminded that beauty is not only in grand gestures, but in small, simple moments. Traditional houses like the Kominka show how architecture and nature come together in Japanese culture. Look, you can see the cherry blossom reflected on the ground. It looks beautiful. This is the Karaiki dry pond. A pond in the Karaiki style or dry pond is a garden design where stones are arranged to create the shape of a pond without water. The method of arranging the stones is called sanzonseki. Smaller stones are placed on both sides of a large central stone. The name comes from three Buddhist statues. This is a holy plant. This is the bamboo grove. Around 600 species of bamboo grow around the world. Bamboo is a perennial evergreen plant that can reach up to 40 meters in height and about 80 centimeters in diameter. In the bamboo grove of the Japanese garden, you can find 8 different species of bamboo, including giant golden bamboo, green bamboo, black bamboo, Japanese bamboo, dwarfed bamboo, small leaf bamboo, giant green bamboo, and golden groove bamboo. I think the soft rustling of the bamboo leaves in the wind makes this place feel very relaxing. Can you see the small fishes in the water? This is black bamboo. These are bonsai trees. It was a beautiful walk in the Japanese garden. Now it's time to go home. Now we're back at home after the walk. Today I have Japanese food. I have noodles with mussels. Let's eat it. Wow, it's so delicious. I really love it. So, today we visited the Japanese garden in Krasnodar Park. It was a really beautiful and peaceful place. I especially like the bridges, the ponds, pagoda, tahota, and the bamboo grove. The atmosphere here is very calm and it's a perfect place to relax and enjoy nature. I hope you enjoyed this walk with me and discovered something new about this garden. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and write in the comments what place in the garden you like the most. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next videos about daily life in Russia. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!